Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Wildings Landing. Thought we'd walk around the garden plots out in the, excuse me, out in the field, and we can take a look at what we've got coming, what I will be planting, which is right here on the table. Just brought this stuff out so that it can get a little more light than where I do my seeding. And in here, this whole tray is onions. We've got the Bella Luna onions. I did a video on me planting these. They're all starting to sprout. Take you in close. Let's just take a look at that. Yeah, they're looking great. And over here, we've got the red jeweled cabbage, and graffiti cauliflower. Some flash collards and savory king cabbage. And this whole tray is a purple bok choy, which I absolutely love. All right, and we'll take a walk right over here. And this is kind of a hodgepodge of several things, but it's all working for the most part. Some of the peppers don't like as much sun as they're getting, but that's okay. Cucumbers that have sprouted. We had 4 pots. The lemon cucumber never germinated. I don't know whether I'm going to try again or wait till spring, or I don't know. But here, I believe, yeah, here are the Marketmore. So far, they're looking good. These are the SMR 58s. They're looking fantastic. Yep, looks like a grasshopper might have gotten the center one there. That's okay. Oh no, that's the lemon. I'll have to go back and look and see. Hey, that's encouraging, because the lemon's the one I really, really wanted. So that's encouraging. I'll go back and see what I thought it was the lemon that didn't germinate. Nothing like your plants saying, nope, wrong. Go back and look again. And this is the national pickling, which I'm ready to start teaching to trellis. That one's getting a little bit tall. Here on this row, right behind where I was just walking, we've got some green beans. Pardon my shadow. We have a Cane Corso that is not minding her garden manners right now because she knows. Cora, out. Come on. Go on. She's not supposed to be in here with her mama. Go. Cora, go lay down. Wait for mommy out there. Good girl. If she's not within 5 feet of me, she is not happy. These are green crop green beans. Let's see what I have in frame here. I can't even tell right now. The glare on my phone screen. Can't really see what you're seeing. And I have a few of them that have done okay. The one down here, this end gets a little more shade in the morning. That one's doing a little bit better. These are some peppers, and again, I don't know what really any of these are, except the Jimmy Nardello that died off at the end. And it doesn't like a lot of sun either. But I've been, as ones aren't happy, I've been bringing out others that were also not labeled. So this is just the unknown pepper garden, or a couple of strands. This is definitely a big bell. As a matter of fact, got one coming down here. Can y'all see that? There you go. Got a couple up there. This little yellow one. These things, they don't ever get very big, and they don't want to come off for a while. But they're cute and really, really tasty. Again, couldn't tell you what kind. But we're eating them. And I think that's what really matters. We've got some little bells coming on that one. And the plant's looking really happy. Happy. Got quite a bit of rain last night for, gosh, 2 or 3 hours, maybe longer. It's just a steady Not heavy, but steady downpour. Oh, it was so nice. These are also different beans. Some are the green crop, some are royal burgundy. Again, pardon my shadow. And as they sprout, I'm bringing them out here. These don't look too happy. The ones that I just brought out yesterday. That might be a little transplant shock. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to grow green beans. And then on the other side of the trellis, we have one of our corn plots. This is the smaller of the two plots. I'm being bombarded by love bugs. This is one of our two plots. And when you see the other plot versus this one, it's like an amazing freaking difference. The soil in this one, I attribute the difference to A, being sunlight, because this one has, 30-foot moringas and mulberry trees and moringas and mulberry trees to kind of shade it off some. Not to mention the hammock does shade it off in the mornings. So it could be a sunlight thing. I also think that there's a freshness in the compost. Oh, I see one of my arch rivals over there. Do you see it? Ugh. He's crawling up my cornstalk. Ugh. Actually, from my observation, that's probably a female. Anyway, I hate those grasshoppers. The experiment with putting in the plugs from the tillers that I pulled off of the other plot, that didn't go so well. But I think I covered that on another video. And this is the small corn plot. This is where I just really felt like I needed to plant more corn. I don't know. And we'll take a walk over. You'll probably get a glimpse of the bigger one as we're walking over. We'll stop here for a moment. Sometimes I don't like fooling with that gate. This is a mini midget cantaloupe. Doing real good so far. This is our Golden Delight zucchini. Had a little problem. That problem died off. It seems to be doing good now. This is another mini midget cantaloupe. These vines only get 3 or 4 feet long, so should work good in these little spaces. However, the one I'm going to turn around and show you is not known to have short vines, so we'll see. This is spaghetti squash, and I believe I'm going to pull a tag real quick. 99% sure. Yes, it's the small wonder. Spaghetti squash doesn't put off a big squash because it's just David and I, No sense in having a huge spaghetti squash that I won't even know what I'm going to do with. But the one over there in the beginning of the garden is an overachiever. It's doing fantastic. That one is too. But kind of cool. Hopefully the powdery mildew, and hopefully we actually get something. Cucumberants are not my thing. Cucumber, squash, zucchini, I don't do well with that family class. So I'm working on it. Because I like it. I just don't grow it well. Some basil. I wild plant seeds. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Doesn't look pretty, but oh my goodness. The smell. It smells so good. But I'd bring seeds from the Wild Child garden, the Faith garden, out. And, pardon me while I fight with a fence for a minute. And just throw them. What grows, grows. These are some of our, as I trip over, some of our red Roselle Hibiscus. Looking forward to getting my calyxes on this. Looking forward to making our own cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving. That's my primary. If I get jelly aside from that, this one was a oops. It blew down, I think, it had a lot of rain, a lot of wind, not a lot of rain. And this one kind of got toppled over. It was really too big for me to set back up because it's like ginormous. And before David got a chance to set it up, this branch got pulled off probably by the dogs. So right now I just kind of have a leave it and love it attitude about it. And it actually seems, I mean, it's not unhappy. So you see all that growth in there? These are really, really pretty. I've got one out by the front of the driveway that David had pointed out how well it was doing, so I know he's enjoying watching that one. He doesn't get out here every day. He doesn't get out here but maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So can you guys hear the hawks in the background? Here's another red Roselle. I wish these were annuals and not perennials. I mean, I wish they were perennials and not annuals. And I guess while we're here, show you this corn plot before we go over to the garden that we're working on. Now this garden, Cora could actually come in right now because things are big enough. So I won't slam the gate on her head because she's right behind me. But looka. Look at what's happening here. Yeah. You see what I see? Do you see what I see? Look at this corn. Get straight down it. I am so tickled. And again, if maybe this is the first video you've seen of ours, this is Peaches and Cream. Bought the seeds from Haas Tools, where I buy about 90% of my supplies, seeds, as well as fertilizer and pest control. I bounce. There are a few others. True Leaf Market, Kitchen Botanicals. Love Kitchen Botanicals. She offers some interesting things that sometimes you might not find somewhere else. Or if you want to support a small seed distributor, instead of a big person, she's amazing. Bonnie's customer service is incredible too. Never been disappointed with Kitchen Botanicals. And True Leaf Market, verdict's still out. I don't even think I've planted anything that they sent yet. Look at this one. Look at this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Corn takes a lot of work, and I think I've said this in other videos. It takes constant attention. But to me, it's one of the most satisfying crops to grow, especially when it looks so pretty and you're not struggling with it. And I grew Avalon the last time that I grew corn, which was 2 springs ago, I think. I don't know. It's been a bit. Ooh, there's one of them there. You see it? And I can't even kill them. That's what's really messed up. So I can't even get close enough to them to kill them. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? If anyone wants to know what my regimen is with my corn, I put down 10-10-10 when I plant. follow up as soon as it's 4 to 6 inches tall. Sometimes I don't wait that long. I'm hitting it with fish emulsion. And I pretty much stick with just the fish emulsion for a bit. Every time I hill it, which I hill it at about 6 to 8 inches tall, and then again about 12 to 18 inches tall. Every time I hill it, I add more 10-10-10. I side dress it and then hill it. And I'm hilling it with 100% organic compost. So there's a lot of nitrogen in that. The NPK on that, like the nitrogen's insane high, which is exactly what this corn needs. So exactly what corn needs. So no complaints. No complaints. Y'all know I love my compost. And we're not going to see the last 2 rows, not because there's anything wrong with them, but because I don't want to walk by the grasshopper. Call me a chicken if you want to. But I follow the regiment that pretty much laid out by Haas Tools. I do spray organic pesticide on them weekly, and that alternates. I kind of mix things up. There's usually fish emulsion in that, so they're getting sprayed with that every week. And that's, again, high nitrogen. But I mix that with whatever pesticides and everything I use is pretty much organic. I don't think I use anything right now that's inorganic as far as pesticide. The 10-10-10 fertilizer is just generic off the shelf 10-10-10 fertilizer. Everything else is organic. So, not that I'm huge on that, to be very, very honest with you. I'll do what works. I'm trying to grow food, so I will do what works. But so far, I'd say that not unsuccessful. Now, keeping the pest down, now that we're getting some flowering and some tasseling, that'll be a challenge, and I know it, but it's okay. I'm always up for a challenge. And now, I don't know what you call it. Guess you're going to call this the fall garden? I don't know. I was thinking this morning, this garden's going to be around a while. There are some determinate and some indeterminate varieties. This one's going to be easier to do from this side. These first 2 tomatoes here are Tachi. I've got to get them in the ground. Had some technical difficulties yesterday with my torch, so I've got that figured out. The rest of this row is black Chef's Choice black, whichever way you want to put it. I got these 3 done yesterday, and they're looking good. They don't look like they got a lot of transplant shock. I watered them in good, and then we had a lot of rain, so that probably helped a lot. And I throw a little bit of 10-10-10 in the bottom of the hole when I plant all of these. This is a whole lot of southern ripe tomatoes, and they all look fantastic. I don't know if the sun's already active over here today. I don't know if I'm going to get over here today and get any of these in, but I should, regardless of the sun. So we've got how many southern ripe there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. An even dozen. And then we've got 3 Florida 91s. And over here, we've got some Black Beauty eggplant. Probably gonna put in some more eggplant because I've got maybe a 6-foot spacing at the first row. I could plug in some more eggplant. These are the Chef's Choice orange. Some are doing fantastic, some are a little behind. And they were not all planted at the same time as far as the seeds, so, you know, we'll see. These are ones that are, as the plant tag says, unknown. The tag got knocked out or whatever, so I'll probably learn what they are from watching some of the ones that are tagged. But I'm not real worried about the cross-pollination and all of that. So over here we start the very packed row of peppers. Peppers can be planted a lot closer than tomatoes. Tomatoes need air ventilation to keep the disease pressure down. Peppers not necessarily. There's a saying that I learned from Roots and Refuge when she was planting peppers. And they said peppers like to hold hands. And I have always remembered that when I plant peppers. So yeah, my peppers are going to be, right now they're kind of jumbled, but they're going to be a foot or closer, probably closer to like 8 inches apart. And here we have the Mamma Mia Galileo. And we ended up with 4 of those. We've got 4 of the multicolored banana. We have 4 red Marconi. Now the orange sweet bells. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those going down this row. And we'll check out the next row. We've also got some open space here where I might, because the peppers from the other side of this netting are going to be touching these, obviously, I might spread this row out some to take up this space. We have the Roulette Heatless Habanero. I don't know if you guys are able to read these tags as I go, but I'm reading them to you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. Then the Lola Banana Pepper. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. And again, some more red Roselle. And we've got a butterfly pea. It's pretty. I absolutely love butterfly pea. I plant it all over the place. It's just starting to take here. But as it does start to take, I'm enjoying it. Because I've been trying to get it to get established in some places for me. In Jensen, I knew exactly where it was planted. It was going to keep going. I could always depend on it being there. That's what I was looking for here. And we've got a little bit more of it coming down over there by that basil. And on the end rows, let me go this way. It'll be easier. On the ends of these rows, 1, 2, 3, probably not the 4th. I'm going to put sun gold tomatoes that I just got from Kitchen Botanicals down at the ends. Those red Roselle will die back as the times change and they experience shorter day length. They'll put off a lot of blooms, a lot of calluses. And after they do their thing, they die. They don't come back next year. They die. So I won't be competing for fence space with those in a short time. So I thought I'd do some sun gold down there. Oops, sorry. Do some sun gold right down there. And then the rest of this garden will be those brassicas that you saw, not the onions, the brassicas that you saw in the seed trays, which we're going to be adding to in big ways, and I hope it all fits. If not, I'll figure it out. The one thing that my husband has always told me is if you want to plant it, I'll figure out where. I'll figure out how. So, and he's pretty good about it. I mean, granted, my son's helped me a lot, but David does not try to hold me back from planting anything I want to plant. So, if I've overplanted, we will figure it out. All right, folks. Sorry, I was watching. Honestly, I was watching the hawk. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. I got work to do, obviously. So we will talk real soon. Appreciate you hanging out. Come back and see me real soon. We'll bring you along for the container / herb garden and update on those bananas as they ripen. Yeah, we got some other things going on. We'll bring you around for it. All right. Love you and appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, talk to me. Talk to you later.